Hello everyone, and welcome to Cosplay Tea Time, a fun community of cosplayers bringing you podcast recordings where we'll talk about different themes such as animes, fandoms, the art of cosplaying, holidays, colors, conventions, and so much more. Today, Cosplay Tea Time will be talking about things we love about cosplaying, as well as a little sprinkle of some Valentine's Day questions, because we've done Valentine's Day episodes in the past. Didn't want to bombard you more with all of those types of questions and themes, so I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So, as well as something special that I'm going to talk about here in a moment. But before we get into all of that, I want to introduce our lovely guest and tea sippers here with me today, starting with...
Hello, everybody. I'm Springy. You can find me on Demon Reviews on everything. I go by he, him. Currently, I'm thinking what I hope is coming across as Jack Skellington. And, yeah.
Hi, my name is Lou. My pronouns are he, they. And fun fact about myself, I run a small business. And I'm laying my phone against my Cricut machine that I use to make my stickers.
It's good to see everybody again. Crimson Fire Cosplayer here. You can also find me still on Instagram and TikTok.
Hello everybody, I'm belladonnarose.cosplays. You can find me on belladonnarose.cosplays on Instagram. And you can call me Bella, Rose, Grandma, doesn't matter. I say kick it pretty well with the old people. I love old people. Including people. Fun fact about me, I'm also a licensed cosmetologist who educates in the cosplay community. So I am very proud to be on Cosplay Tea Time for as long as it's been.
Wow.
So I forgot to mention my socials, which are Lou Martin's Cos. Everywhere else, pretty much Blue Sky, TikTok, and Twitch, and on Tumblr, and then for my Instagram, like it's the same username but with a singular underscore.
I love those underscores. I feel that. So, alrighty, well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join me for Cosplay Tea Time. So, as always, my name is Jen. I'm the founder of Cosplay Tea Time, as well as today's host. I go by she, her pronouns. You can find me Jen_Cosplays45, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And today I'm doing a Mitsuri Valentine's Day look, aka Valentine's Day 2.0 look. I did one last year. I didn't really like how it came out. But when I found this top, I was like, I have to do it. I have to do it. Alright, and with that, we have intros done and out of the way with. And I'm just going to go right into today's topic. Again, what we love about cosplaying, because today marks a very special episode. Cosplay Tea Time guest and tea sippers celebrate Cosplay Tea Time's 100th episode. So today, February 14th, 2026, we're finally posting the 100th episode of Cosplay Tea Time. And I did the math. Thank you, checking OCD. I did the math 5 times, and yes, this is the episode. So, as it stands today. Alright, let's see. So we're going to be discussing what we love about cosplaying. Cosplay Tea Time guest and tea sippers also will answer a few questions related to Valentine's Day. So I thought, why not tie it all up, talk about loving cosplaying, why we love cosplaying, how we got into cosplaying, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, 100th episode. We made it. I don't know. Confetti. Boo. Alright, and with that, we're going to jump right into the first question of today, which is, what do you love most about cosplaying?
Well, one of the things I like most about cosplay is just being able to be someone else. Just like, even if my life's doing up here, or around here, it's always good to just like relax and just be, in most of my cases, something weird and creepy, but it's just fun. I always enjoy it.
So for me, Pretty much the same answer as Springy, except I feel the most gender euphoria when I cosplay, specifically male characters. And it allows me to like just be silly, goofy.
Oh, I could wait for a question like this. Oh. First and foremost, I want to say I'm not only doing it for fun, but I'm doing it because I want to show anybody else that you can be whoever you want to be. This is a very safe environment. You have no issues with us. This is why I love cosplaying, because we have an amazing group here and you guys are loved and appreciated, all of you.
Preach.
So I like to cosplay because of all of the amazing skills that cosplay has, and I get to exercise them so much, especially skills that I've learned throughout my time as being a licensed cosmetologist. Um, and what's fun for me as a licensed cosmetologist who works with wigs all the time, who works on other people's hair, does makeup, color, excuse me, studies color theory and makeup theory. I get to play around with it, and cosmetology is a huge passion of mine on top of cosplay. So I'm very excited for people who don't know to bring it together and kind of give them a bit of a breakdown of what you can actually do in cosplay and see what you're actually good at within cosplay, whether it's building wigs, making costumes, and all that stuff. And oh my gosh, the skills. I get so excited about the skills. It's just the answer is the skills.
I get you there.
Definitely, yeah. So let's see. My answer is pretty much the same as everybody else's. I get a chance to express myself, find creative ways to bring my favorite characters to life, get to be them for a little bit, things like that. Also, like, just dressing up as my favorite characters, getting to be them for a little bit, then going back to Mouse again. So that's what I love about cosplay most. Up next, we have which top 3 cosplays that you own do you love the most? Top 3.
Huh. That's a hard one right there for me. As I'm looking around. I I think the one that I love the most, even though I don't wear it that much anymore, I need to update him, is my Springtrap one. Just because I made the full suit and everything, it's just he needs to be updated. Horribly needs to be updated. He was like the first thing I ever made, and now his chest is literally a rat's nest. So yeah. So from like the storage we kept it in. So I'm like, that's one of my favorite ones I've made, and right now this is actually kind of comfortable. I threw this together 5 seconds ago, so I'm happy about this one too.
If you're a Genshin fan and you love the animo dudes, pretty much, pretty much like Kazuheizo, Wonder, and non-Genshin related, I think I'm a bit biased towards Alba from Dramatical Murder.
Oh boy. So one I love is the one I'm wearing right now, obviously. Oh gosh. The second one I like the most I've done is Deku from My Hero, because that was the name I started enjoying the most when I started watching it. Gosh. I think my third one is those are the only two I can think of right now, because I gotta start doing more, and I plan to do more this year.
Okay, so when it comes down to my favorite characters, this is going to be a mixed thing, based on statistics and analytics from friends and people that I was colleagues with in the past. Um, and how I know this is because when I was in college, I would dress up in cosplay and go out on my school campus in public in cosplay for like fun events and stuff. I even got to teach fun events. And it was through those experiences where people told me their favorites. And mostly one of them being a Chaco. from My Hero Academia because she suits my face shape and everything. I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see. But when it comes down to my own, it's really down to two. And it's Ruby Rose from the show Ruby. She highlights who I was as a teenager growing up, and then the second one is Vi from Arcane, and she highlights who I am and the skills that I hold now, especially since I do a lot of self-defense, and I actually do box too, which is pretty great and cool. I get to relate to her through the sport, so it kind of creates a story from transitioning from Ruby Rose into being Vi, and especially the color red. I like cosplaying characters with the color red because there's a comfort zone there. So
Mhm.
there you go.
You got the red podcast recording. Talk all things red in that one. So that one was a fun one to do. Let's see. Top three. I'm gonna say Nora Valkyrie, Mistral. Yeah, Mistral outfit. That was the first one I did of her. Absolutely loved her, being her, of course. I'm gonna say Vaishni. I've only worn it once, and now with the upcoming snowstorm, I'm like, do I dare venture outside in a short sleeve and take photos? Stay tuned. And then the third one, I keep looking over at all my babies, but I'm gonna say I'll say Mitsuri as well. So I like using her wig, dressing up in different outfits and all that. So she makes me feel strong and pretty, and that's what I need sometimes. So it's lovely cosplays. Up next is kind of related to cosplay. You'll understand what I mean here in a minute. But which crafting items for cosplay do you appreciate?
Solo cups.
Okay.
End of answer.
For me, it's rhinestones, B7000 glue, as well as the sewing machine and the EVA foam.
I'm definitely gonna say EVA foam because it's like once you get your hands on it, the imagination just runs rampant. Like, ooh, I could do this, I could do that. It just flies. Like it flies off, and there it goes.
So my favorite materials in cosplay, relating back to hair, um, is hair tinsel because sometimes I can do a temporary effect with it making a clip-in, so it's temporary. I can tie it into the wig so it's more permanent. Um, any thermaling tool that creates a fun effect with the wig. And then anything that I could make as a separate attachment for the wig, like I don't know, maybe a pair of horns, like small, like something small, not big. I can't do big stuff.
Mm.
But like anything that makes it's like the important beside makeup. Makeup is like second. So I guess.
Sure. Take that question
Was
as
that
you
three?
want.
Was that four? I don't know.
No right or wrong answers here, so yeah. Let's see. Crafting items for cosplay. Appreciate hot glue gun. Cannot go wrong with the hot glue gun. So, I'll mention on the topic of wigs and everything. I use a spray that kind of helps like tame it down, makes it look all silky and smooth, like it's fresh and clean and all this stuff. Even though it's been stuffed in a box for a while, it's like it works. So, and then I'll also say foam as well. I've been using foam for little things here and there, like for Poppy's hats and funnels are also great as well. So thank you, Willow, for that idea. Long ago when I made Poppy. So yeah, lots of fun crafting activities. Sky's the limit. Whatever you want to create and choose, do it. Do it. That's the Cosplay Tea Time motto. So let's see. Up next we have who do you appreciate that encourages you to cosplay?
Jan.
Hi, Spring.
Oh no, that's just my answer.
Okay.
So, obviously, my fiance, first and foremost. Secondly, my friends and mutuals.
Well, for most certainly, it's you guys, my amazing girlfriend, and all my friends, because they have been my biggest supporters over the years. So I wouldn't be here without them or you guys.
I'm flattered. I'm really flattered. Especially since to me. So I am encouraged to keep cosplaying and cosplaying. Um, not just from the people who I inspire, but because of my profession and what it's built around, like my licensed profession and my job. And when I get people who tell me, "Oh, what you told me really impacts the way that I cosplay," it brings a warmness to my heart, and it helps me like want to continue cosplay. Um, because anything outside of that, even though my family loves the creativity, there's a bit of confusion in the dynamic whether it's supported or not. So I kind of go off of people that I inspire, and I kind of keep going because of my profession. And, like I'm in love. What can I say? I'm in love. You hit those hurdles when you're in love, but hey, keep being in love. Got love.
Gotta show love. Gotta inspire others, feel love. So it's what the cosplay community is all about, and that's what Cosplay Tea Time is trying to do, is trying to inspire and support cosplayers out there. So definitely. So I will say, who do I appreciate to encourage? Spring. Spring always helps me out. So you guys have definitely been a help. I'm gonna shout out a couple other cosplay tea sippers who are not here, or I guess guests and stuff. Willow, Mars. I think there's like a couple other folks in here that have also helped encourage, anybody that I've come across and stuff that are like, oh, I like your cosplays. Like, oh, thanks. I'm just a baby, even though it's been almost 6 years. I'm like, I'm still a baby cosplay. So yeah, it's good though. Let's see. Up next we have, which conventions do you enjoy attending? / what are you looking forward to attend this year?
Um, I really enjoyed my time at the Wizard World Comic Cons, and I really do hope to be able to attend those again. Hopefully not during the summer and in Reno, because that's a little warm. That's a little warm.
So, definitely MetroCon and MiraiCon are definitely my top two. But I'm also looking forward to my local con, Sunrise Comic Con, which I am not only hosting a panel with my friends, but I'm also planning on vending there. And as well as Anime in the Park, hopefully, if I get in, and because if I do get in, I'm planning to sell in the artist alley section.
um, there is one about a few weeks from now. It's Pensacon in Pensacola, so I'm very excited because they had a guest last year who unfortunately had to cancel because they got on Broadway, and that is Erica Henningsen. Everybody knows who that is.
We
If
love
you don't,
her.
I'm gonna watch. Yes, not only is she gonna be there, but also Alejandro Saab. For those who don't know, he goes by Sayu VTuber, and I'm gonna also say this Bakugo is gonna be there. So Clifford Chapin.
I love him. I think he's funny. Anyway, I I tend to always travel to cons in Florida because I have a lot of friends in Florida and half of them are cosplayers. And I also work with them as my clientele. So I'm like, okay, yeah, when I'm able to come down to this con, I'll come down to this con. But my favorite one, and this is my top favorite that I've absolutely gone to every single year as tradition, has been SwampCon. They actually hold it at a university called University of Florida in their Union Ritz Center. It's a free convention, and because this year, 2026, it is February 28th and March 1st, I will be going. And on the second day, there's going to be a fun sleepover arcane kettle hosted by me and another one of my pigtails. So I'm very excited for not just the fun ones, but also I get to do panels for Cosplay Tea Time as well and promote our show. I just have like a passion.
I appreciate you doing the panels, which, folks can do if they want to be a panelist, talk about Cosplay Tea Time. There's a bunch of little expectations, little to-do list you gotta follow, and then talk to me about becoming a panelist. So I wanted to also throw that out there. So yes. I think calendar-wise, yeah, this will be posted before SwarmCon 2026, but yes, Bella will be hosting a panel once again. Thank you, Bella, for doing that. So we can share the love of Cosplay Tea Time. See, it all worked out. So very, very exciting. Let's see, just to wrap up this question, conventions I always enjoy attending, 4-State Comic-Con, both in Hagerstown, Maryland, and in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And then Annapolis Comic-Con as well, that's in the spring. Ocean City Comic-Con I did once, I promise you all, I will go again. So I want to do Weichni and I want to do Elfnora. I have this whole plan set up and everything, but yeah, those are the ones I could think of. There's a couple that I do want to attend. I've either been unwell and don't want to go to convention sick, stay home if you're sick, and all that. And we're not sharing that kind of love. No. Stay home or just busy with other things. But yes, looking forward to seeing friends and all that at Comic-Con this year. So it'll be exciting. Let's see. Switching gears. Since this episode will be posted on Valentine's Day, a few Valentine's Day related questions, starting with what is your favorite chocolate and/or candy? Because I know a lot of people don't really like chocolate or sweets as much.
My favorite type of candy is anything like sour gummies. That's my favorite thing right there. Or anything like that's similar to like Gushers. Anything like in that range of things, if that makes sense.
For me, it has to be Kit Kats, number one. Number two, my favorite type of chocolate just so happens to be anything like a chocolate truffle.
I have too much of a sweet tooth because I blame my mother's side of the family for that. So, I'm gonna go with Hershey's and Kit Kats because, oh gosh, those are the best. So, one day I shall go to the Hershey town in Pennsylvania. I shall do it.
I was gonna do that with my sleepaway camp, but we just decided Dorney Park instead.
Oh.
Okay, so my favorite desserts and candy are a little bit strange, just because I do come from a different culture, a different root, because this is from my culture. Um, but my favorite, it's not, I'm not a big fan of candy, although I do like dark chocolate, but I always eat that whenever I'm like in max capacity woman energy. Let's leave it that way. But outside of candy, so I don't really eat a whole lot of candy. If my parents do bring this into the house, or if I do buy this, it is called halva, and it's basically like this type of dessert. It's really soft and has like a bit of a rough texture at the same time. It's sweet. It comes in different flavors. Chocolate, which is like chocolate and vanilla swirled in, and then pistachio with vanilla and pistachios swirled in, and then just vanilla. So I love the vanilla and the chocolate one. I love it so much. I could eat that whole thing for breakfast.
Oh, it sounds good. Like different candies, trying different new things. So also wanted to say, not sponsored by any of these brands. I should have said that at the beginning. Oops. So, and it's interesting that you brought up Hershey and all that because Hershey Comic Con, I went to that last year in Pennsylvania, and they just posted the days for 2026. And unfortunately, I worked that weekend, and I was like, no. That's okay. It was a lot of fun. It was a long drive. I remember that, but it was a lot of fun. That's where I met the toy vendor with the 7 to 8 bins of toys, and my play therapist brain was like, and then I'd walk away for a second because I'm like, you're gonna buy them out. Don't do that. So you can go check out that vlog on my channel. So let's see, favorite chocolate and or candy. So I recently made a very dangerous purchase where there are Hershey Kisses, like tiny Hershey Kisses, but they're filled with like a strawberry mixture inside of them. So when you bite down, it's just a mixture of like chocolate and strawberry in your mouth. I brought a bag to work. Everybody was like, Jen, these are dangerous. That's why I said they're dangerously good, because they were like, no. They're quite delicious. And yeah, Reese cups, can't go wrong with a Reese cup. Heart shape, tree shape, pumpkin shape. I'll eat it. So any day, pumpkin and chocolate for the win. So let's see. Up next, we have, which fictional character would you ask on a Valentine's Day date? And Springy, be nice. Looking at you.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the nice answer because I can't do my normal funny answer.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, dilly dang it! All I had was my funny answer. Tommy Oliver from Power Rangers. I feel like we have a good, solid conversation.
Oh, this one. This one is gonna be a tough one, especially considering I'm attracted to people regardless of their gender. However, if we're gonna have to ask characters on a Valentine's Day date, first of all, I would ask Blade from Honkai Star Rail. Or even Kafka, I wouldn't have a problem asking Kafka or Jinglo from Honkai Star Rail. And that is my cue to use the bathroom because I feel like I'm going to die.
Oh no. It's okay. Oh no.
Oh, we're playing devil's advocate here, huh? Oh boy, you're throwing curveballs at me. I'm not ready. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. There's two that comes to mind. One is obviously Midstory because why not? Someone's gotta make her happy, right? And the second one is Urza from Fairy Tail.
To be honest, there isn't anyone who comes to mind that I would bring on a date in the world of TV shows, animation, anime that I would think about, mostly because the characters that I like them on an inspiration level, but not on a level where it's, oh, I have a crush on them, you know?
Yeah.
But if I were to take a character out to lunch, um, it would probably be Vi from Arcane, just because of the qualities she has. She's she's kind of like aggressive, but she's like laid back aggressive, which I
Mm-hmm.
really like about her. And um, her take on different things, the way that she says them and the way that she words them, it really makes you think a lot of the time. And then it also makes you immediately relate into the things that she went through as someone who had her story happen. So
Mm-hmm.
she's from Arcane, by the way.
Arcane, yes. Buy from Arcane. She just needs a nice little sit down, an iced coffee, and a sandwich, and just let her chill for a day. She needs it. She needs that break.
Maybe Mousy's there too. Who knows?
Oh, and Nancy. That'd be so cute. Yes. Let's see. Fictional character take on a Valentine's Day date. I would probably say Lyren. Sorry, Nora. Coming after your man. But yeah, I would say Lyren. I just take him out to like a ramen, like Asian place, and just let him talk about his childhood or something. But if it was like, what do they call it, like Galentine's Day or something, like just like me and like a close girlfriend or something, Jason said take an Ezra, and that gave me the idea to take Lucy out because she needs a break from all the boys. So, yeah. We're just gonna go get coffee. We're just gonna go to the bookstore. You know, she can geek out about little trinkets and stuff. Lucy, Heartfilia from Fairy Tale. So, yeah, she needs that. She needs that. There you go. Let's see. All right, and this is our last question that I have on my list, which is, lastly, as Cosplay Tea Time celebrates 100 episodes, which Cosplay Tea Time video was your favorite to participate in, and / or what were some of your favorite moments from the podcast?
Okay, so my favorite one I've been part of was the Tokusatsu one, but that's easy for me. That's my favorite genre of things. So, some of my favorite moments is when I get asked a question about who I would take on a XYZ thing, and then I'm just like Jean and get very violent with him. Make him see the path of his, like, the ways of his errors. Anyway, carrying on.
Yeah. So sadly, this is the only episode I participated in. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But I do appreciate talking about, like, but I do appreciate geeking out over fictional characters that I dress up as, talking about anything pertaining to cosplay fictional characters, especially this episode. That's probably my favorite memory, just sharing things, really.
Looking back through it all, I have to say my favorite one was when we did Demon Slayer back in 2023. Do you remember when that was, Jim?
Yeah, it's 2023. Yep.
Oh, that's a field trip right there.
No.
I think the last favorite one we did was holidays, which was last year, because it's always nice to discuss what our favorite holiday is, our favorite memories, and keeping that going.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I'm very indecisive, so I apologize for that. But actually, no, I don't apologize. This is just me. But I so whenever I started Cosplay Tea Time, we had a lot of moments where you would see me eating because I like eating. Now I barely eat on the show, but I remember I would be in my cosplay and then I would just be eating while we were all answering questions and everything. And then I think a favorite moment that I have of everybody together was the Easter one, when the first Easter one, whenever we joked about summoning the peep god. That was my favorite moment with everybody there. That who was there? Was everybody there? I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the peep god. There's a short out there, explaining his origins of the legendary peeps.
Go find it. 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 After this episode, though,
yeah,
keep sitting down and listening to this episode to the bitter end. We're almost there. Now. Oh. And then I guess other episodes that I liked being in was ones where I really got to tell my knowledge, my expertise, the whole book of my noggin of wigs, shoes, all that stuff. So, yeah, I do like the fun ones too, but
Bella literally,
those are my favorite too.
Wanted to share something. Bella literally sent me like a chapter of like one of her like books about like sanitation, and that was part of the cosplay sanitation. That's how I got all my information. She just sent me like chapter after chapter, and I'm just like writing down notes and putting stuff down and everything. So yeah, Bella has knowledge and all of that stuff. I only play therapy books, so yeah. So yeah, I will say, yeah, I remember Bella would like sometimes be eating and stuff, and I'd be like, oh, like, finishing off the question, and Bella would have like a mouthful of food, and I'm like, oh no, Bella, like, chew first, and then you can answer. I was like, oh gosh. So.
And then my brain would be like, why didn't I wait?
I didn't wait till I was done. No, it's okay. Yeah, and then the Peep God, we did have a video on that. Apparently, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, they have a peep drop on New Year's. It's like a giant peep that lights up and it just falls from the sky at midnight. I'm like, one day we will all take a pilgrimage to the city of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and watch the Peep God. They're gonna not have a clue what we're talking about. Oh gosh, that could go south. Anyway, all that to say, it's crazy to think back that this is the 100th episode and we've been doing this for 4 years now. So it's been a crazy ride. I've learned a lot. I appreciate all of you coming and joining, watching, giving ideas and suggestions. So just thank you all so much. And I'll wrap up the question with some of my top favorites, which is pretty much every single holiday. I love the holiday podcast recordings. They're one of my favorites. I love seeing people dressed up and talking about how they celebrate and cosplaying for next year. It's like, oh, it's so exciting. And surprisingly, the wigs one, because it started out with such a great conversation between everybody. But Jay, one of the members of the podcast, it started out pretty bright outside. And then, over time, it started getting darker and dark, fading into the darkness and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is kind of creepy, but it's kind of cool at the same time. So yeah, I remember that stuck out with me. So, but yeah, we've had a lot of fun and interesting and entertaining and wholesome moments on the show. Hopefully we're gonna make many, many more. Cheers to 100 more episodes if we can. So, but yeah, that was pretty much all of my questions that I had for today. But as always, I like to turn over to the guest and tea sippers, see if they have any questions for me. So spring me or the people in the tea room or folks in the chat. Sorry, it's a lot of people. No?
Nope, not for me.
Okie dokie. Lou, any questions for people in the room here, viewers out there?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Nope. Okay, Jason.
So this is a question for you and for everybody, but what is everyone's plans for this year or for sometime in the future?
Ooh, good question. I know I'm doing Venti. I'm adding Flynn's in there because I have to do Flynn's at some point.
So I can tell you this: I have met Venti's voice actor.
She's so nuts. She's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Springy, any cos plans for this year?
This. I ain't got that many right now. It's just too much war I can throw together. Three jobs makes cosplaying hard sometimes.
So the cosplays that I am probably gonna work on is stuff to build my portfolio and help other people with. I'm kind of taking a break as of this year, just making my own costumes because I don't have a lot of that much of that like money that I've made to spend. So it may either be spent on self-investment for portfolio reasons or just used for like business stuff. But I do want to jumpstart my portfolio at some point, so that's kind of the cosplay in my brain right now.
Makes sense. I'll wrap up the question and pass it back to Jason. Cosplays for this year, hopefully Rayla from the Dragon Prince, My Melody from Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and eventually Pike Trickfoot from The Legend of Vox Machina. So Jason, cosplays for this year.
So two that I have in store for this year I want to do Obanai from Demon Slayer because my girlfriend wants to be mid-series, so why not? At some point I also want to be a Nosuke because he's a gremlin. He's a wild feral gremlin, which is I am because I'm crazy. At some point there's some I might want to do from Yu-Gi-Oh or other fandoms. I'm still trying to get the ball rolling at some point. So
Bella, did you have any questions for people in the tea room or for viewers out there?
What kind of movies are you guys gonna be doing for Valentine's Day?
I was trying to avoid that because not a lot of folks celebrate. So if you guys want to answer, you all can.
Or for that day, for that day, February 14th.
Sure.
That's just the day. That day.
Sure.
I have 0 plans. Probably will have to go into work that day.
Yeah.
All I know is that if I do work that day, I'm gonna do that. All I know is that I'm also gonna be doing shit with my fiance. Just have a Discord chat or whatever.
Jason?
Valentine's Day is what? It's not a Friday this year, isn't it?
Saturday.
I might be working that day, but I'm gonna see if I can send something to my girlfriend before Valentine's Day because I want to spoil the heck out of her for that day. She deserves it.
As you should. Real quick, don't have any plans on the table as of yet. Might just be our usual grocery haul, and then maybe come home and I don't know, try to find a new recipe. If anybody has any recipe ideas, send them my way. So, Bella, plans for February 14th?
I'm probably gonna spend time with my grandma just because I'm visiting her. Right now, I come home for 3 weeks and then I go to her place for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm probably just gonna entertain her and then help maintain her golf cart. So, because I like golf cart racing.
That sounds fun. Nice question. Any other questions, Bella?
No,
All
we've
right.
got him. Let him rip.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just wanted to revisit Lou. Lou, did you have a question or something you wanted to follow up with?
Back to the cosplans. I forgot that I had 2 more. Shadow the Hedgehog, of course, and then Linny from Genshin as well. I'm supposed to be making his outfit. Both those outfits.
It sounds exciting. So lots of plans.
I forgot.
That's all good.
Fun fact: they're both voiced by Damon Mills, Linny and Blade.
Nice. Sounds very, very exciting. Let's see. Alright, so I believe we got everybody. We're going to leave a fun question out there for viewers kind of chat while they watch. So, and I did want to mention too, so Lou, since this is your first time joining, you are now a esteemed tea sipper, so congratulations. So you get all the tea
One
sippers
of
for
us. One of us.
Shutting your
One
mouths,
of
coming.
us.
Right.
Welcome.
Just they do this. Don't be scared. This isn't the Halloween one. We're gonna have big plans for
You're
that.
just
I know
supporters.
they are. They're all very sweet. So let's see if there's anyone out there watching and would like to join Cosplay Tea Time. Make sure to follow. Make sure to give us a message on Instagram. You can follow and support and all that. Linktree will be down below. There will also be socials for everybody that joined here as well. And then, you must be 18 years or older to join. Just want to say thank you all so much for the support. Thanks for supporting us through 100 episodes. Like I said, for cheers to 100 more. Crazy to think. So, and with that, we're going to take off into our little corners of the world. But just want to say thank you all again so much for watching. Hope you're taking care, staying safe, staying warm. Hopefully you have a lovely Valentine's Day or happy February 14th. Enjoy the day. Do some self-love. There you go. Some self-love for yourself. And as always, we'll see you in a future episode. And as always, keep sipping away. Bye, everyone.
Bye.